Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Today's article, or at least this session's article, has to do with the Russian secret services, special services, who unfold, according to them, a terrorist attack or a sabotage attempt on a gas pipeline again. In this case, it seems like it's somewhere where the Russians have jurisdiction. Hey, by the way, what happened with Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipelines? Who blew them up? Someone that we can't say, the name that cannot be named. You know, it was that movie, The Village. I remember the movie The Village with Joaquin Phoenix or something. I can't. Anyway, he is that village where they would not pronounce the name that should not be named or something. The evil, whatever, were attacking the village. Very interesting concept. The whole movie, very interesting. I recommend it. And not about. No, it was a beautiful movie actually. It was just gives you an maybe some of us had those kind of ideas. And thought about something like that existing. So this article comes from Sputnik. It's from today, the 24th of November 2022. FSB foils Ukrainian sabotage attempt on South Stream gas pipeline. An attempt by the Ukrainian intelligence to arrange sabotage on the gas pipeline in the Volgograd region, through which gas is supplied to Turkey and Europe, has been prevented, the Russian Federal Security Services FSB said on Thursday. We will never know, all right? But I'm just reporting what these guys are reporting, and if they lie, then everybody else lies as well. So whatever. If they say that, they say it. How are we going to verify that? That's impossible for us to verify. The Ukrainians probably will say, nah, that's just a lie. The Russians say, no, that's not a lie. So, yeah, whatever. See what's going on. The Federal Security Services of the Russian Federation, and I'm quoting, prevented an attempt by the Russian intelligence to commit a sabotage and terrorist act on the South Stream gas pipeline, which supplies energy to Turkey and Europe, the statement says. In the case of a prevented sabotage on the gas pipeline, Russian citizens were detained. 4 mines and 4 kilograms of plastite were confiscated. All right, so Russian citizens were detained. 4 mines and 4 kilograms of plastite were confiscated. Over the past month, Russian authorities reported multiple attempts by Ukrainian SBU agents to stage terror attacks throughout the country. In October, the Kiev regime sent a car bomb to the Kerch Strait Bridge, which links the Crimean Peninsula to Krasnodar. The explosion killed many people and damaged the structure. In response, Russia launched a series of airstrikes against Ukraine's energy, defense, military and communication infrastructure target. And I would also mention that attack on Daria Dugina. Remember the daughter of an intellectual that has intellectual views that some people don't like, so they decided, those people decided that he has to die. They just decided, and instead they killed his daughter. I think it was 27 years old or something like that, and because she deserved, according to these guys, to have his faith. And that I didn't hear. That was very sad, a display of weaselness in the West. I didn't hear this corporate media, and not even corporate media. These are intelligence media organizations, not condemning or making a big fuss about the media person that was Dugina. She worked in the media, being killed in the terrorist attack like this. But it was someone else who was killed, I don't know where, in Iraq or something, and everybody jumped, not Iraq, Iran, I'm sorry, or in a country that is not liked by these guys, and immediately all of us should be united, which you should be, but it's preferential. That means you lost all credibility. If you're outraged for this act here in this scenario, in this situation, but you're not outraged for the same act, but having a different person as the victim because you don't like the victim, that means you don't have values. There's no values. Values are not preferential. Okay? So if you're for this here, it should be the same here. But what do you expect? These guys. Yes, these guys. So if the Russians did that, I hope they don't blow up another one, because if they blow up another one, Europe will be screwed more than the Russians. I would say that. And because Russians will not have money for a little while, but those guys were not going to have whatever energy for a little while. And isn't it surprising? I mean, actually it's not, but I'm just asking the segment of the population that really believes that these guys are on the right side of history and the other ones are the bad dudes, which, as I always said, everything is in the middle, and these guys have evil or good stuff, the same with this on evil and good stuff, but it's just a proportion that might discriminate against them. So in this case, isn't that strange that the free world was not able in almost 2 months to tell us who the hell put some explosive on 4 pipelines, and 3 were blown up? How is that possible? Well, it's very easy. That's the way the world actually functions. And if they would have come earlier, they could have just fudged the evidence, and not even fudged the evidence. They have to come and come in front of the cameras and say, Gigi is the guilty one. And you know what? You have no access to our investigation. You will never get our how we came up to that conclusion, our evidence and evidence we found and so on. No. And they will say that's confidential, and we're going to seal this for about 3,529 years, like Kennedy and others. Really? I mean, we already know who killed Kennedy, don't we? Wink, wink, big ones, actually. But anyway, those are sealed, so we don't hurt who? Who? The guy already was shot by Rubinstein, the kosher guy, Ruby. That's how they stop. Ruby. Rubinstein. Okay? It doesn't mean anything. I'm just pointing out evidence. And I call names. I don't like to say, hey, you know what? The Europeans, how do they call them? Colonizers. The European colonizers. No, that's not the European colonizers. That's about 6 countries that colonized. The rest of 20 some or 30 or whatever, they didn't. So don't call, hey, when the Europeans came and colonized. No, you can call them, you know exactly who they were. Pam, 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 pam. That's it. It's not hard. You know exactly, even the names of the people who perpetrated or did something good or bad. Don't lump them here together and over there you just forget about it. Okay? So the same with this situation. You know exactly who's who and what's what. So don't, you know what, maybe is this and that. No, we didn't find about pipelines yet, because that's how the story goes. You know, we don't have to find out the truth. And I like, oh, maybe these guys are gonna forget about it. And I know a lot of people forgot about those pipelines. And if another international terrorist would occur, now who is a terrorist state if they find out? Let's say they come, the Swedes and the Danes, whatever Danish investigators figured out and say, okay, this is United States of America, or let's say they say is I don't know, Romania or Great Britain. Will they designate that state as international terrorist state? Will they? Don't hold your breath on that. But Russia is already a terrorist state by its actions, right? By its actions. But why do you stop there? Why don't you investigate others that would fit the same term? You don't think? I don't have to think. I know, because the evidence is right here. Every day we are told how these guys are doing this and how, and hey, this falls in that category. But hey, as again, for those people who really think that, oh no man, we are good, this is good, they are bad. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Just pay attention, memorize. You need memory, because with the memory you can create patterns. When you create patterns, It was not a coincidence. It was not a, just it happened, like accident. And that's pattern. You just have to look at the last, 30 years and look at certain countries and see that's no pattern. There is a pattern. And organizations. And take, as I said, Yugoslavia 1999, take Libya, take Iraq, take whatever it is, Afghanistan, take Syria. These were not coincidences. That's a pattern. And they've been trying with Iran for some time, but Iran has 80 million people, and it's not Iraq 20 million people or Syria 4 million people. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, shit, take a while. And they've been trying with all those idiots, Bolton and others. But anyway, they're on the payroll of big interests. So they will try. They've been trying. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. I'm glad they didn't blow that thing up. For the benefit of Europe and humanity. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.